Good morning. It is 8:33 a.m. on Wednesday, June 22nd, 2022. I'm Christiana Ellis, and I've been up for a while. This is 5 more minutes. So, today was the finale of the Obi-Wan Kenobi show and episode 3 of Miss Marvel. And so, once again, I decided to go ahead and watch both of those before proceeding with the rest of my day. So, Obi-Wan Kenobi, again, I'm not going to spoil anything other than just general emotional impressions. The Obi-Wan Kenobi show, now that I see the whole arc of it, um, it has some pieces that are just so clunky, and it feels like a few more drafts might have really improved it dramatically. There's just places where people make decisions that make no sense, and you just have to kind of roll with it. And you're just like, well, okay, I guess. All right. But boy, the pieces that do work really work, in my personal opinion. Here, let me shoot this. There we go. That looks a little better. Um, yeah, so there was big chunks of it that just still feel like could have used a few more passes, guys, but at the same time, other pieces of it really worked for me, and I'm glad they made it. Yeah, yeah. If only just because I like Ewan McGregor in the role so much. Like, yeah, he's great. I love him. And then Miss Marvel continues to also be great. I'm interested in how it keeps moving forward, and I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, so I'll leave it there. But the other thing that I want to talk about actually a little bit is that I watched a movie yesterday that I've never seen before called Crimewave. Now, Crimewave is, I've talked a little bit in these videos recently about how I'm rewatching a lot of the Sam Raimi movies. Crimewave is one that I skipped even in this particular run through until I decided yesterday to go back for it. I'd never seen it before. This is the movie that Sam Raimi makes in between The Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2. So basically, The Evil Dead was this micro budget horror movie that kind of blows a lot of people away for how inventive it is and how good a use of tiny budget it is. And then he gets more money to make another movie, and it's messy. I'd never seen it before. A lot of people just don't even really talk about it anymore. I had honestly never even really heard of it until I was kind of going through it this time, and I was just like looking at his IMDb, and I'm like, Crimewave, what is that even? And then I looked up some things, and people were just saying, oh, it's this bad, weird thing that they don't like to talk about anymore. And I'm like, okay, I mean, I guess, but I want to watch it. And so sure enough, it's actually available to watch on Prime Video. It's not hard to find. It's a very strange movie. The plot, such as it is about this guy who somehow got wrapped up in a bunch of murders. It's not supernatural. So we open with the framing device of he's about to be executed for all these murders, and he's insisting that he didn't do it. And so most of the movie is him sort of flashing back to the story of it, where there's originally one guy at a security company who hires some assassins to kill the other partner, and then there's those guys are just kind of out of control weirdos, and there's a bunch of crazy stuff going on. And then we have our main guy who is a weirdo nerd, who is kind of into this girl, and he's trying to sort of pick her up, and he's just sort of haplessly running parallel along with all these murders happening, and it's just a lot of chaos. That's the plot, really, such as it is. It's a very sort of chaotic movie. And the experience of watching it is something that I recommend to people. Like, if you're at all interested in Sam Raimi and you haven't seen it, you should watch it, but just know what you're in for. It's a movie where you will go for long stretches of just like, what even is this? This is so strange. Like, is this just incoherent mush? And what is happening? And then there will be a visual beat or a joke or a gag that is just so funny that you're like, oh, wait, no, actually, I think I love this. And then it'll just kind of be mush again for a while. And you're like, oh, wait, no, no. And then there will be another one. And you're like, oh, wait, yeah, wait. Oh, wait, no. And it's just the whole movie is like that because there are these beats that work so well, but it's just this sort of irregular pattern that makes it hard to get into a rhythm of it. It's like, despite the fact that there's these like crime and murder elements of it, the movie is almost more like Looney Tunes because it's the sort of movie where people do weird, silly voices and their erratic, exaggerated gestures are accompanied by sound effects. It's such a strange movie, but by that very thing, I recommend people check it out as this artifact of cinema history. Not so much because it's a classically good movie, it has good moments, but it's just so strange. I feel like it's also a movie that you should ideally watch with other people if that's something that you're easily able to manage because you're going to want to like have someone else to like look at and just like, what? Anyway, so yeah, I'll leave it there and I will talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes.